Oh, welcome back. Oh, we are cooking up a sharp little test today. It's going to be great. All right. I will be able to compare and contrast a novel excerpt to a play. I know that sounds simple, right? One's a story, it's written down. One's a play, it's acted out. But there's more to it, and they reveal different things about one another. It's like the play and the novel talk to one another. It's going to get good. So, we have already watched the complete film version of Flowers for Algernon. Congrats. We've reread the play version. Oh, yeah. Now it's time for that quiz. And let's say you're a silly goose, all right, and you don't have a computer today. Oh my gosh, it's still in my locker. It's on the roof. Godzilla ate it, etc. Right? If those things happened, right, you just need to make a lattice in your notes, just kind of like you see here. And then when we guess number one, you would write number one. And let's say you guess it's the letter B is the answer. And then maybe later on you find out, oh, whoopsie daisy, I made a bad judgment call. And number one is actually C. So on the left, you'll put the guess, and on the right, you'll put the correct answer. And then as we go along, you'll take notes. Like, for instance, maybe you'll realize that, you know what? Based on number one, I got to work on vocab, right? Or based on number one, I need to reread the play, right? And you'll fit everything in those little lattice diamonds, or yeah, those little sideways lattice diamonds. So let's get into it. Which best summarizes the scene from Flowers for Algernon? A. Dr. Strauss and Bert marvel at Charlie's progress as they listen to Charlie's work notes. B. Charlie shares his excitement about the experiment and the progress he has made. C. Dr. Strauss instructs Bert to hire another stenographer in order to keep up with Charlie. And D. Bert and Charlie talk about how Algernon behaves and what that means for Charlie. Please take a few seconds to think over what you think is the correct answer and take your guess. Go ahead. Ooh, a little change of pace in the music today. Surface, you are crazy. So we go on to slide 7, and looks like our answer is A. And that just happened to be a difficulty level of average. Your average student is going to have an average level of difficulty getting that comprehension question. So the correct answer is A. Please toggle on over to the highlighter. I would suggest making it a little bit bigger, and I would highlight A and the answer that goes with it. There we go. Ooh, yeah. Dr. Strauss and Bert marvel at Charlie's progress as they listen to Charlie's work notes. All right. Question 2. As we go along, remember, we have to bear in mind the novel excerpt and the play. Question 2. Wahoo! Number 2. Why are Dr. Strauss and Bert worried about Charlie according to the excerpt from Flowers for Algernon? A. He is starting to behave oddly. B. His work is making no sense to them. C. His work is suffering because he is so distracted. Or D. He is working so hard that he is neglecting his health. All right. And again, we are going to be analyzing interactions among literary elements, cause and effect relationships. That's all part of this question here. Go right ahead and take your guess. Go right ahead and take your guess. All right. The correct answer is D. All right. Please highlight D. He is working so hard that he is neglecting his health. Well, maybe experimental brain surgery shouldn't have been your choice, Mr. Charlie. Just a thought. All right. Next, 3. Why is Algernon's behavior, which Charlie describes in the last lines of this excerpt from Flowers for Algernon, important? Why is that mouse's behavior important? Take a moment and think on it. Oh, what a song. Well, the answer is A. It suggests what will likely happen to Charlie because they both had the same surgery. That's true in both the novel and the play, but they give it, I like it in the play a little bit more. The mouse throwing itself against the wall definitely gives a real strong sense of foreboding. 4, if an athlete has peak performance, which of the following must be true? This is what you call a challenging question. It's designated as a challenging question in the text, in the textbook. So if you get this one right, number one, pat yourself on the back. Number two, you solved a real humdinger. So let's see what we got. This is based on the vocabulary word peak. Bless you. A, the athlete experiences an injury during the game. Is that peak performance? B, the athlete tries out for the all-star team. Oh, is that peak performance? C, the athlete is the highest scoring player. Or D, the athlete plays the best he or she ever has. Ooh, I know why it's challenging. I know why it's challenging. All right, I'll only give you a visual clue. I'll only give you a visual clue. And a visual clue. Take a moment and I'd like you to guess which one you think. Is it A, B, C, or D? Take a moment and give it your best shot. Ooh, it's D. It's D. Can you believe it? The athlete plays the best he or she ever has, right? The athlete is the highest scoring player. When you're the GOAT, that's every game, y'all. When you're the GOAT, that happens to be every game. But D, the athlete plays the best he or she ever has. That's when you are at your peak. That's when you're at the summit. That's when you're at the zenith. That's when you're at the top. So we are comparing, contrasting the novel Flowers for Algernon to the play. 5. Which word means the same as clarity in this sentence? All right. And if you want to give yourself a hard time, what was that Middle English definition of clarity? Do you remember that? And what was the Latin? What was the Latin one? Claritas, meaning divine splendor. So after hearing both sides of the argument, the judge felt that he had greater clarity about the issue and could make a thoughtful decision. Take a moment and take a guess. Oof. You guessed it. Oh, yeah. It is A, understanding. He had greater understanding about the issue. Number 6, which is the best definition of unleashed as it is used in the following sentence? The storm unleashed its fury on the unsuspecting coast. Is it A, purposefully destroyed something of importance? B, made a powerful event happen suddenly? C, displayed an unusual amount of anger? Or D, reacted quickly to a surprise attack? You know it. It happens to be the answer B. Ooh, what a toughie. All right. Made a powerful event happen suddenly. All right. Oh, my goodness. Struggling with the highlighter on that one. Number 7. This is drawing as well because we have to indicate what are 2 correct answers. So we're going to switch it over to pencil and we're going to put it in black. All right. The following question has 2 parts. All right. You're going to answer part A first and then part B. Part A, in the scene from Flowers for Algernon, how does Bert feel about Charlie's work? A, Bert is worried that Charlie's work does not make sense. B, Bert is awed by Charlie's work but concerned about its possible effects. C, Bert hopes to better understand Charlie's work before making a judgment. Or D, he is impressed by Charlie's dedication to think his work is misguided. Part B, which dialogue from the text best supports the answer to part A? So you have decided whether you want to put an X through, or I'm sorry, to circle A, B, C, or D? You've decided to circle one of those. All right. Now, part B, it has parts of the play. Uh, does this support it? A, Charlie's voice, but they don't understand. I'm living at a peak of clarity and beauty. B, Bert. Doctor, I've read some of this. Of course, I don't understand it. C, Charlie's voice. They all think I'm killing myself at this pace. Or D, Bert. What have we unleashed, Doctor? What do we do? Please take a moment. You're deciding, you're circling one of the letters A, B, C, or D up here, and then a corresponding one down here. All right, what do you think it's going to be? Take a moment, do it up. Well, it's answers B and D. Bert is awed by Charlie's work, but concerned about its possible effects, and it's D. Bert, what have we unleashed, Doctor? What do we do? That is a toughie, but this next one's even tougher. This one is a designated difficult question. This one is going to give you a little bit of trouble. It's designed to be trouble. All right. I didn't switch this over for A, B, C, or D so you could indicate both. So you're just going to focus on part A for now. All right. In this scene from Flowers for Algernon, how does Charlie feel about his newfound Jesus? Jesus? Nope. Genius. Is it A, he feels like he's lost control of himself? B, he feels hopeful that I'll be last for a lifetime? C, he's ecstatic because of the beauty he now comprehends? Or D, he's afraid that I'll soon disappear and leave him helpless? All right. Please take a moment and decide, do you think it's A, B, C, or D? All right. Take a moment to do that, but don't go to the next slide, Mr. Surface or student helping him. Yeah. Now, if that gave you trouble, perhaps the clues underneath can help clarify the top answer or at least reinforce it so you can find a match. If you don't find a match, you got to think. So, is it A, they all think I'm killing myself at this pace, says Charlie? Does that seem like the best answer? B, it's as if all the knowledge has lifted me to a peak of light and understanding. Oh, there's that vocab word again. How about C? And now that I found it, how can I give it up? Or D, Algernon became lost in the maze today. He threw himself against the walls, the line Mr. Surface likes so much. Take a moment to decide A, B, C, or D. All right. So on slide 23, we've got C and B. Can you believe it? He is ecstatic because of the beauty he now comprehends. And then we've got B. It's as if all the knowledge, says Charlie, has lifted me to a peak of light and understanding. Well, that does sound nice. That does sound nice. We are comparing, contrasting the novel excerpt to the play. We continue to do so. All right, number 9. Read the following lines from Flowers for Algernon. What do they suggest about Dr. Strauss? Strauss, what are you asking me for? It may take science 30 years to understand what Charlie's telling us this month. Bert, what have we unleashed, Doctor? What do we do? Strauss, we hire another stenographer and make sure she gets it all done correctly. A, he worries that stenographers cannot keep up. B, he is more concerned with science than humanity. C, he cares about Charlie's fate, which appears grim. Or D, he is not as intelligent as he pretends to be. Which one do you think it is? A, B, C, or D? Take the time. Yeah, it's 9. Yeah, it's 9B. Yes, indeed. He is more concerned with science than humanity. B. 10. What is the main difference between the story and script versions of Flowers for Algernon? Whoa. This one speaks directly to our learning target, comparing and contrasting the novel excerpt to a play. I mean, this is next level comparisons, everybody. What is the main difference between the story and the script versions of Flowers for Algernon? A, Algernon is not a character in the script. B, Strauss is presented as uncaring in the story. C, Charlie's personality is not as clear in the story. Or D, the script is not told from Charlie's point of view. Which one is it? A, B, C, or D? Take a moment. Da 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 da. Ooh, spicy song. Well, it's D. The script is not told from Charlie's point of view, right? He could be long dead if and the script would still work in this particular scene. So D is the correct answer. Last one. Which statement best describes how the author's description of characters differs from the story and the script versions of Flowers for Algernon? Another one that speaks directly to our learning target today. Is it A, the story presents all the characters from Charlie's viewpoint? B, the story presents a more favorable opinion of the doctors? Is it C, the script uses Charlie's dialogue to describe Bert and Strauss? Or is it D, the script does not reveal what the doctors are thinking? Take a moment, please. Oh, yeah, let the music run. It's the last one, and it's letter A. The story presents all the characters from Charlie's viewpoint. Point of view plays a huge role. Yeah. Wow. Wowie zowie.